Good morning and welcome to the Daily Cyber Briefing for Thursday the 5th of June. I'm Stephen Ridgway. Cisco has released patches to vulnerabilities in its ISE solution for cloud deployments. So basically, ISE is Identity Services solution that kind of integrates and centralizes logons and so on and so forth. Quite cool. However, there has been a problem that due to I suspect poor sanitization of tokens in the automated deployment of ISE in cloud environments, instances spun up of the same version of ISE on the same cloud provider get the same default credentials. Which is, that's one, because when you think about it, this goes back to a long time ago when I was overseeing a large virtualization environment. We quickly discovered that if you automate the delivery of virtual instances, they all come out with all of the same tokens, so all the same user accounts, the same, if you've got applications that sort of register with something centrally, they all register with the same token. You know what I mean? Because they're mirror images of each other. So I suspect there's some of that's gone on there. They've just not sanitized it properly and made each instance regenerate its user accounts properly. Anyway, that doesn't really matter. What does matter is that this would mean that anyone who knows that, let's say you're using ISE version X on cloud provider Y, would be able to, they would have a very good idea what the default credentials might be. Anyway, been fixed. So if you are using ISE, then watch out and look for patches that will address this. So the effective versions on AWS are ISE versions 3.1, 3.2, 3.3, and 3.4. Azure is 3.2, 3.3, and 3.4, and OCI is also 3.2, 3.3, and 3.4. There are no workarounds to this. So pretty much the only way to get around it is to apply the patch and then reset the config. Not nice. Right, so yesterday I had a rant about how moronic car manufacturers are in their complete lack of care for the security of their customers around default passwords on automotive systems. Well, that's not the only stuff that's out there where you would think that the people responsible for developing it have got an IQ that is struggling to be the same size as their shoe size. Solar panels. 35,000 solar panels from 42 vendors have got exposed management interfaces, including devices such as inverters, data loggers, monitors, gateways, and so on and so forth. So, can we do anything about this stuff? Well, other than applying pressure to manufacturers, well, they're probably going to not honestly not care. Maybe apply pressure to your local MP. 76% of vulnerable solar panels are in Europe, 17% in Asia. The rest are spread out around the world. But for all the talk about government legislation to keep us all safe, it's just fiddling with stuff. It's not doing anything useful. So that's my governments don't know what they're doing, and industrial systems vendors are sharks. Rant for today. And then a piece of what might be considered good news or bad news, depending on whether you are pro-Ukraine or pro-Russia in the war. Having blown up a disputed number of highly expensive military aircraft across the whole of Russia recently, the Ukrainians have now taken down the IT systems for one of the major manufacturers of aeroplanes for the Russian military. Utterly audacious. If you are interested in how modern warfare works and the sorts of things that might be attempted against Western countries were we to find ourselves in a war, this is a very good example of the sort of things that we need to be defending against. So I'm sure this will have a very significant impact on Russia's ability to undertake offensive actions, and it means that their ability to recover from the setbacks will be now significantly limited as well. So very interesting. If you're following this stuff, definitely worth a read. Right, that's all from me for today. I hope you have a good Thursday, and I will speak